Hi everyone, Steve the Hurricane here. On today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we are going to talk about the recruitment funnel. Dun dun dun. Cheers. This is A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. All right, so recruitment. Caregiver recruitment. When I talk to agency owners all across the country, they have two problems. One, I can't get enough caregivers, and two, I don't have enough clients to keep caregivers. Steve the Hurricane Marketing Enterprises, helps you with getting more clients. How can we keep the recruitment effort? This is not my area of expertise, so as a result, I'm bringing in a guest speaker, Miss Annalise, who's a good friend of mine who's spoken at boot camps, and she does a lot of work with us and for our clients. So I'm going to pass this episode on understanding the recruitment funnel to Annalise. So Annalise, here you go. You can take the cup. There you are, sister.
Thank you, Steve. Today, for this episode of With a Drink with the Hurricane, I want to share with you some interesting information about the hiring funnel. You are in the business of home care, so you know about the marketing funnel, don't you? Which is basically going out and turning people into paying clients. Well, when you think about it, in recruitment, we do kind of the same thing, except that we're trying to go out and recruit potential candidates into valuable employees. So this is the hiring funnel. We start at the very top with the attraction phase, which is basically when we're trying to elicit people to fill in an application form. So the trick here, obviously, of the attraction phase is you want to attract a sufficient number of candidates, but you also want to attract the right quality of candidates. As we all know, attracting tons of applicants through Craigslist and not being able to make an offer is a waste of time. So the trick at the attraction phase is to, in some ways, put your funnel where you're most likely to be able to select or to find good candidates. The second step of the recruitment funnel is the selection, and finally, onboarding. When I talk with clients, there's clearly a caregiver shortage to a level that is sometimes being called a crisis level. But what I do find is that often when people are telling me, Annalise, I am not making enough offers, I'm not able to recruit enough caregivers. If I dig in with them as to how they go out to attract more qualified applications, often I hear that they're posting their jobs on multiple sites online, and that's about it. And I think that is a sign that if this is your approach to attracting candidates, it's certainly very easy, but unfortunately it's a little lazy. And as often when it's lazy, it doesn't yield very good results. So the trick here is to go out and expand your horizon beyond just online job posting. Think about going out in the community and finding the places where potential caregivers are hanging out, if not physically, sometimes virtually. So when it comes to physical places, I'm a big fan of going onto technical schools where you find nursing programs, CNA, HHAs, those types of trainings where people are clearly interested in becoming caregivers. Those tend to produce at least qualified candidates from a technical standpoint. Then you can decide if they have what it takes to be successful with your agency. The second phase of my hiring funnel here is the selection phase. And this is clearly the one that most people are familiar with. That's basically the screening interview, often done over the phone, the face-to-face interview. Most agencies do one face-to-face interview, but it might be a good idea to think about having two people getting eyes on a candidate before making a final job offer, which is basically the stepping stone. The job offer is the stepping stone from the selection to the onboarding. Once a candidate has accepted a job offer, they become new hires. Often people think that the job of recruitment is done on the first day of employment. I don't think so, especially when we know that we have such a high turnover during the first 90 days of employment with our caregivers. So I think it's essential to consider onboarding as the third step of a successful hiring funnel. What good is it to your agency if you make job offers to caregivers who don't show up for their first shift or quit after 2 weeks? A successful onboarding process is basically much more than orientation day. It should cover the first 90 days of employment. And I am a big fan personally of establishing a caregiver mentoring program to help your new hires become skilled and effective and committed to your agency as fast as possible. This is all the time I have today to talk about the hiring funnel. Thank you, Steve.
That was awesome, wasn't it? So how would you like the opportunity to work with Annalise one-on-one to go over your recruitment challenges? Wouldn't that be cool? Well, I'll tell you what, every person who signs up for the Hurricane Marketing Bootcamp as a VIP gets a complimentary one-on-one strategy session with Annalise as your bonus item for being our VIP at the event. So if you're not registered for the bootcamp, I strongly recommend you register for the bootcamp. It's going to be amazing. And if you're not a VIP, do the VIP so you get your one-on-one strategy session with Annalise to help you specifically with all of your recruitment and retention challenges. There you have it, folks. Drink with the Hurricane, everything you need to blow away the competition.